Hi everyone, it's Sandy at Bacher Farms. Just want to show you a little goings on again, making the Black Walnut sheep milk clay soap. I've got to come up with a better name for this. What it is basically, as I showed you the other day, our black walnut infused with mint infused oils. Okay, pure olive oil and coconut oil. And then to it I've added pure fine French green clay, which all you have to do is type that in Google and hear all the wonderful health properties. It's amazing for acne, for just your basic pore cleansing. It's great for just detoxifying. From what I understand, there's some pretty amazing traits. So we've added some to this soap. This soap is truly going to be a skin nourishing soap and detoxifying. So if you need a little detox, I'd say this is going to be the soap for you. So we have our frozen sheep milk soap right here, and to it I'm going to add, not good to do this with one hand, but our lye, which I normally do in a water bath, an ice bath, but it's pretty frozen, so I just let that kind of sit there and melt as I go about doing other things. And we're going to go from there, and I'll be back. So as I said, normally I have it in an ice bath in the sink, but it was so frozen solid that I was able to just simply pour my lye in slowly when I went about, putting lining on my mold. And as you can see, I still have some frozen milk floating around in here. Temperature is about 128. It stopped going up. You can usually tell it peaks, it spikes, and then it starts coming right down. So we'll just wait for that little bit. Back to the pot. Just wanted to give you guys an idea. See, it looks very bright green and it's rather dark green, but I wanted to give you an idea for those of you who are wondering what trace looks like. You see how it kind of like, I don't know if you could see at this angle, it lingers on the surface a little bit. Let's see. Can't make it happen for you guys, I'm sorry. There it goes, I think. It lingers a little bit on the surface, but it took me a while to get this to trace. And now I'm going to have to pour it in my mold, which is right here, but I don't want to do that one-handed, so I'll be back. Here I have it in my 3-pound mold, right here. I've picked it up and banged it down on the counter a few times because since it took me a while to get to trace, I was afraid I'd have too many air bubbles, and I sure did. I might take a skewer and run it along to pop some air bubbles, and then I'm not going to swirl anything on top. I want pretty basic bar. And just a reminder, this black walnut soap has black walnut and mint infused oils in the olive oil. It also has French green clay and sheep milk, pure organic sheep milk from our farm. The mint is from our farm, as well as the black walnut and the French clays from France. You guessed it. But just wanted to let you know that will be available in 4 weeks from today, so September 9th, I guess it would be. So a great acne bar, detox for your back, your chest, and all kinds of skin detoxification. So as soon as these are out of the molds, I will cut them up for you all to see, and that's it. All right. Just waiting around. Now that the soap is in the mold, I am attempting to use cellophane wrap instead of a cover. Now, it's a milk soap, so I don't have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Insulate it, because the sugars in the milk get very, very heated, so you don't want it to overheat while it's in the saponification mode. So unfortunately, when I just put the regular wooden cover on it, or if I leave it open, we get some soda ash from time to time, which is a white dusting on top of the soap, which is never a big deal, really comes off after the first use. But since I'm not going to use your soap, we're attempting to rid ourselves of that pesky soda ash by placing cellophane on top, seeing how that works. Otherwise, I have to cut it off. And here I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for this to set up to the right consistency, which it's more like jelly. And I need it because I'm going to pipe some out here. I didn't bring all my molds from home, so I have to make do with what I have for my extra soap that's left over that didn't fit in the mold. So I'm going to pipe some out here to have some like little guest soaps, travel soaps, or guest bath soaps, and some for my own personal use. So that's what we're waiting for. I'll show you that in a bit. Hey everyone, it's Sandy at Bacher Farms. So I went through an entire video filming for you all how I make my dollops with my leftover soap, since I didn't have enough molds here at the farm. And I've come to find out it didn't record anything. So here's my little dollops. It's a little soft yet. I probably should have waited a little more to set it up, but got things to do, people to see, places to go, sheep to feed. So just these little dollops are great for your own personal use, travel soap, as well as guest bath soap. I was mentioning we had some family visit us with an amazing motor coach, motor home, whatever you want to call that. It was like a wandering house. And he wanted some baskets done for his guest rooms and maybe for the RV itself. So something small and cute like this, maybe in a different color, but something like this would be great. And the amazing properties that these soaps have is, you know, just a benefit, seriously. Remember, there is nothing synthetic in these soaps. This is only the ingredients from the black walnut leaves, the mint leaves, the French clay, as well as the amazing sheep milk, which I'll always sing the praises of. So there's no fragrances other than that comes earthy, natural, right from the natural ingredients. So again, these will be available in 3 to 4 weeks. You can pre-order them if you really want them ahead of time. I'd be more than glad to ship them to you. I'll put a date on there when you should use them by, and you should be all set. I did mention earlier, for those of you who were interested, I use the disposable piping bags. I know a couple people have had questions regarding that, as well as for my larger dollops, which I prefer, the 2D Wilton tip. Sometimes I use the smaller ones, like the last order I made for bridal shower. She preferred a smaller tip. But just so you know, fill it, make sure it has no air, and pipe away. I wish I could have shown you guys, but unfortunately I couldn't. I'll be back later with a cutting video for the mint, and we're rebatching our beer soap here. Not my greatest success, although the soap is amazing. It just didn't, the mold was horrible. So like I said, I didn't bring everything with me to the farm this summer. Alright guys, again, check us out at www.bacherfarms.com. Check us out on Etsy. Don't forget to like us, subscribe, and like us on Facebook. Check us out and share us on your wall.